battle as hard as I would have liked at some points in the first half. So we got to put a complete 40 minutes together, especially on the road or neutral sites where it's a tough environment. I mean, everything's stacked against you, and we didn't take advantage of an opportunity that we had today.
Is it really your first close game? Is that kind of?
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things we need to continue to work on, whether it's late game situations, zone offense, our zone defense, which we obviously haven't seen much. There just hasn't been a lot of time to practice. I don't want to keep saying the same song, but we're right now we're in basketball game mode, and things that we're doing are changes on the fly. Our practices have been limited in time, and we're trying to really go through game plan and walkthroughs at hotel lobbies. So for right now, we have to get better at what we do. And then I think we can get better as a team when we get a nice break after our December 9th game.
When you guys have been successful so far this season, a lot of times it's because you've been successful making a lot of three-pointers. You made a comeback without doing that in this game. Is that a step?
And we missed two wide open ones that were huge shots. Jesse, he just didn't make them. They both slid in the rim. I thought they put the U curse on us on the rim down there. But it was nice because I thought Chaz and Sean, really those two did a nice job of getting to the free throw line. We were attacking the paint finally. It looked like we were playing with some speed and moving up and down. But it goes back to our defense. We played better defense in the second half, set our press up, and it was actually a decent game to watch. Other than we put them to the free throw line way too many times. It needed one more level of flow. If you kind of get what I'm saying, we needed one more level of don't blow the whistle for a while, and we never were able to get it there because we kept reaching.
Can you talk specifically about any players on UM that really stood out to you?
They have a nice. I thought Larkin gives them. I know Durant Scott and Malcolm Grant and Kaji and those guys from recruiting in AAU way back in the day. So I expected. I think Larkin is doing a nice job to solidify the handling abilities for him. He's tough to press. He made a huge three on a missed rotation by us when we were making a run, and then he made free throws. So he's a nice. He's a real nice addition that they were able to add late to. Gives them really a three-headed monster in the backcourt. That are all, potential ACC guys at one time or another.
For either of you guys, for either of the players, you guys were close. You guys got within three of several times there. Does it feel like you came that? You feel like almost you were that close to getting it?
Yeah, we were, but like you said, we gotta stop fouling. It's just killing us at the end of the day. Especially late in the game, we foul early in the half. Then every touch foul, they're going to the line for the next 15 minutes. We gotta worry about them shooting free throws. And how we play is getting the game moving, but if the whistle keeps blowing, it's just we can't never get the flow how we want it to go and get other teams sped up.
Sean, is that why I saw you shaking your head a little bit? Like, what were you thinking about? Like, what are just your thoughts about that whole thing?
We gave one away. I think we had ourselves in a position, but we kept doing stuff to hurt ourselves. They didn't do anything to hurt us. Everything we did was self-imposed.
Chaz, that's the first time you guys have played in a close game. Is that your mentality in close? You look like you were attacking pretty confidently late in that game, trying to get you guys back.
Yeah, I try to make plays for my teammates and find open shooters and polish Sean when I'm driving. But tough game always turns out to be a couple of mistakes that we made on our behalf that cause the game to go the other way. We just gonna take this into consideration and just work harder next time in practice.
Talk about the success of the press and how it gave you guys, how it put you guys in the comfort zone and let you guys cut the deficit down to 3 a few times.
Anybody in particular? Or? Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's the way we play. I mean, we've pressed for pretty much 40 minutes every game this year. We backed it up a little bit to start the game because it's a road game. You're in ACC land. I mean, you want to make sure you give your guys a chance to not give them open looks because of their guards and their players, but as the game wore on, I thought our depth became a factor. I thought us being able to press them became a factor. And, when you're playing that way, 1 or 2 makes on threes or misses, I thought, like I said, the Larkin 3, the one where Caddy got called when I believe it was Durant Scott kind of drove in there when we were making a run. It was a big call. It was a big place. And then, Jesse missed a couple. There's a few plays around the rim we didn't make. I think 3 or 4 plays in this game, and the game could have gone either way. I don't think it was an 8-point game. I'd give it, 4 or 5. So it was nice to see that we can play against an ACC team now for the second time, actually the third time, and our press is affected. High-level teams that I think are really well coached, Now we have to tweak and do some things to get better in the press.
Did Max's energy early in the second half give you a lift? It seemed like after you had those two, the one big rebound, and then when he dove and you got the timeout, it seems like you guys got back in the game right after that.
Well, that's what he does for us. He's an energy giver, except for his facial expressions at times. But how hard he plays and what he does, I thought he gave us great energy, and really his job is to be what we call the madman on the press or on ball screens and OB underplays. So I went with that one group for a while because I thought that they were playing well, and it was a totally different group than had started the game, and probably some guys people had never heard of or really seen play before. So we got some different pieces. We just need to put it all together at some point, hopefully soon.
Sean, do you feel more confident in your team's ability to make a comeback in a game like that than in previous years?
Yes, especially now we're getting older, and we're not just, usually we just try to come down and just chuck threes up with a man on us. But now we figured it out. We got to get the ball to the free throw line, and get the clock stopped. That's all we talk about, is driving the ball to the rim and making the rest make some calls for us. So, that which ended up helping us in the end of the game. But he tells us all the time, in high-level games, you can only make a few mistakes if you're going to win. And we made way too many mistakes, and we just barely somehow hung on that close.
Anything else? Thank you, everybody.